Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of psychology. And no, we're not talking about why we all love those optical illusion pictures, though those are pretty cool. We're going deep into the how and why of attraction, and specifically what role status and resources play in all of it. You know, that thing that makes some people seem like they have a gravitational pull? We're gonna break it down, 10 fascinating facts at a time, so stick around. Chapter 1, the influence status. Have you ever noticed how some people just seem to command attention when they walk into a room? It's like they have this invisible force field, and everyone's drawn to them. Well, my friends, that's the power of status in action. Now, status isn't always about being rich or famous, even though those things can definitely play a part. It's more about how others perceive us, our social standing, our accomplishments, our influence. It's like that friend we all have who can tell a story, and suddenly everyone is hanging on their every word. They've got status. Think about it. We naturally gravitate towards those who we see as successful, respected, or influential. It's like we're hardwired to seek out those who we believe can provide us with something valuable, whether it's knowledge, connections, or just a really good time. And you know what's funny? Sometimes just the perception of someone having status is enough, even if it's not entirely true. We can all think of examples of that, right? But the point is, status is a powerful force in social dynamics, and understanding it can be the key to unlocking a whole new level of social success. So, are you ready to up your status game? Stick around because we're just getting started. Chapter 2, Resources and Attraction. Let's talk about something everyone loves. Resources. I'm talking about money, possessions, talents, even connections. They play a big role in who we're attracted to. It's about survival, like way back in the day. Resources meant security and stability. Some instincts still stick around today. We're drawn to those who can provide for us. This applies to relationships, friendships, and work. Resources are just one piece of the puzzle. True attraction runs much deeper. Understanding this helps navigate relationships. Chapter 3, Research Findings. Now, don't just take my word for it, because I'm not a scientist. Real scientists, you know, the ones in lab coats, have done actual research on this stuff. And guess what they found? Yep, status and resources have a real impact on attraction. One study, which I promise is real, found that people were more attracted to individuals who were perceived as being high status, even if they hadn't actually achieved anything yet. It's like we're programmed to be drawn to potential, even if it hasn't fully blossomed yet. Another study, this one with even fancier lab coats, showed that people are more likely to help those who they perceive as being high status. It's like we're hardwired to try and get in good with the big dogs, hoping that some of their awesomeness will rub off on us. Chapter 4, High Status Impact. So, what does this all mean in the real world? Let's say you're at a party, right? Big party, lots of people, and you spot someone who just seems to have that it factor. They're confident, they're engaging, and people are just naturally drawn to them. Now, this person might not be a celebrity or a CEO, but they've got status within that room. Maybe they're incredibly knowledgeable about a particular topic, or maybe they're just really good at making people feel comfortable and included. Whatever it is, their high status within that social setting makes them super attractive. People want to be around them, they want to talk to them, and they definitely want to be their friend. And you know what? It's not just about romantic attraction either. High status can open doors in all areas of life, career, friendships, even just getting a good table at a crowded restaurant. It's like having a VIP pass to life. Chapter 5, Resource Availability. Here's another fascinating tidbit. Our perception of resource availability also plays a big role in attraction. And no, I don't just mean money, though again, it's a factor. I'm talking about things like time, energy, even emotional availability. When someone seems scarce or in high demand, their perceived value goes up. It's like that limited edition designer handbag. Everyone wants it because it's hard to get. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how people seem more interested when you're already in a relationship? Or how that one friend who's always busy seems to be the most sought after? It's that whole scarcity creates desirability thing in action. Now, I'm not saying you should play hard to get or anything like that, but it's worth remembering that our perceived availability can influence how attractive we seem to others. Chapter 6. Leveraging resources. Okay, so we've established that resources and status matter, but how can we use this knowledge to our advantage? First of all, and this is important, you don't need to be a millionaire or a celebrity to be attractive. Remember those resources we talked about? They come in all shapes and sizes. Do you have a great sense of humor? That's a resource. Are you an amazing listener? Resource. Do you make a mean chocolate chip cookie? Okay, now we're talking major resource. The key is to identify your strengths, your passions, the things that make you uniquely you, and then rock them. When you're confident in who you are and what you bring to the table, that confidence shines through. And that, my friends, is incredibly attractive. Chapter 7. Social proof. Ever heard of social proof? It's that little voice in our head that says, well, if everyone else likes it, it must be good. We're social creatures, and we naturally look to others for cues on how to behave, what to believe, even who to find attractive. Think about it. When you're scrolling through online dating profiles, who are you more likely to swipe right on? The person with 5 likes or the person with 500? It's not always a conscious decision, but that social proof can be a powerful influencer. And it's not just about dating. Social proof affects everything from the clothes we wear to the restaurants we choose. So, how do you use this to your advantage? Surround yourself with amazing people. Do things that light you up and share your passions with the world. When you're living your best life, it shows, and people are naturally drawn to that positive energy. Chapter 8. Improving status. Now let's talk about ways to boost your status. And no, I'm not talking about buying a fancy car you can't afford. Though if you can, more power to you. Remember, status is about how others perceive us, so it's something we can actively cultivate. One of the best ways to improve your status is to become an expert in something you're passionate about. It could be anything: cooking, knitting, underwater basket weaving, whatever floats your boat. When you become knowledgeable and skilled in a particular area, people naturally see you as an authority, and that, my friends, equals status. Another way to boost your status is to give back to others. Volunteer your time, mentor someone, be a good friend. When you focus on making a positive impact, people take notice, and your status gets an automatic upgrade. Chapter 9. Real-life examples. Okay, need some real-life examples? Think about Oprah, right? She built an empire by empowering others, sharing her story, and being genuinely invested in making a difference. That's status with a capital S. Or how about Elon Musk? He's not always everyone's cup of tea, but you have to admit, the guy's got vision and he's not afraid to take risks. That kind of boldness and innovation is incredibly attractive, and it's a huge part of what's made him so successful. But it's not just about the Oprahs and Elons of the world. Think about that friend we all have who just seems to light up every room they walk into. They're not necessarily the richest or the most famous, but they've got this infectious energy and genuine warmth that makes everyone want to be around them. That's status too. So, let's recap, shall we? We've learned that status and resources do play a role in attraction, but they're not the be-all and end-all. True attraction runs much deeper than that, and it's about finding someone who shares your values, makes you laugh, and supports your dreams. But understanding the psychology of attraction can give us a little leg up in the game of love, friendship, and even career success. So, go out there. Be your most confident, resourceful selves, and remember, the most attractive thing you can be is authentically you. That's all for today's deep dive into the psychology of attraction. I hope you learned something new, or at the very least, had a few laughs along the way. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And be sure to check out the description box for links to all the studies we talked about, because knowledge is power. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep spreading that amazing energy of yours.